Somehow, Democrats magically forgot that Donald Trump was once a darling of the left, largely for his support of minority communities, the funding he gave to historically black colleges and universities. He's received awards for that in the past. He's been praised by Democrats in previous decades, but then they decided that they didn't like him anymore just because he realized that the Democratic Party had gone crazy and it was time to be a Republican. Okay, so this is a video from Glenn Beck. It says here in 1986, Donald Trump was one of the first recipients of the Ellis Island Medal of Honor. How is that not widely known? So many prominent Democrats, including Barack Obama, including Joe Biden, they were all saying the things that Donald Trump had been saying for the past 11 years about illegal immigration, right? Obama once said, we can't have 500, this is not part in the quote, obviously, but Obama did say once that you couldn't be bringing 500,000 people across the border every year. It's just not going to work, particularly when you have a welfare state. And you know, Obama exported a lot of illegals. Yet now we're all supposed to pretend like that's not the case. Anyways, back to the quote. It says, and yet all of a sudden, that's a problem. All of a sudden, you're xenophobic, you're racist if you say those things. Let's watch the video.
I didn't know this. We looked this up. He was one of the first recipients of the Ellis Island Medal of Honor in 1986. He got it the year Rosa Parks, Jackie Kennedy, and Muhammad Ali were given this Medal of Honor. And somehow or another, I mean, there's the picture of it. That's crazy. He's standing next to Rosa Parks.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Oh, it's incredible how
Wow.
the history of his family and of immigration.
You know what's particularly disgusting about this particular event with Democrats? Democrats are launching slurs against Trump for this issue. This picture right here, this is a real picture. And they're getting into semantics concerning the awards when the claim is only that he got an award at the same time period, right? In the same time period. Yet Democrats are out there slurring his name, trying to negate the fact that he got this award at the same time as two greats, right? Two great fighters. One physically, one socially, I suppose.
I mean, even...
And also Trump being the best fighter, being one of the greatest fighters as well.
Even his wife. And
right.
Somehow or another, he's painted as this guy who just hates immigrants.
But if you look back, actually, Glenn, at what so many prominent Democrats, including Barack Obama, including Joe Biden, all of these people were saying not so long before Donald Trump came down that escalator, they were all saying the things that Donald Trump has been saying for the past 11 years. And yet, all of a sudden, that's a problem. All of a sudden, you're xenophobic, you're racist if you say those things. No, what we need to talk about is the fact that somewhere along the way, the Democrats decided, wait a minute, our policies are no longer anything that anyone wants to buy into. Our policies are going to be very hard to sell to the American people. And so we need to find another way to keep ourselves.
Democrats are going to continue to fail if they keep putting socialists out there. And weirdos that I don't need to even get into in this post, but you know, the socialism is just not going to work with the moderates and the right wingers. I think if they put Bernie Sanders and AOC out there in this next election, they're going to lose so bad.
On top, we need to find another way to win elections. And I think you look back to about 11 years ago and somebody said, you know what, let's just start letting people come in and let's not really vet people. Let's not follow the law and follow the process that's been in place for so long. Let's just let people in and we won't really talk about it. We'll just do it. And we'll hope that these people become Democrat voters and vote for us in perpetuity, which we all have to assume was the whole goal and the whole plan of all of this. The problem is that it has absolutely wreaked havoc on our country. The problem is that you had 100,000 Americans a year dying from fentanyl overdoses. The problem is that you had foreign gangs taking over.
Yeah, like George Floyd. Right? I mean, that's a horrible thing that was happening to Americans, and it was being brought across the border. It was brought in illegally from more than one location, and it's just unfortunate that Democrats were unwilling to address that issue because they needed more fake voters. Got to fill out the voter rolls and the welfare rolls so they continue grifting from real taxpayers in this country. But Trump stopped all that from happening.
over apartment complexes. And we all know the issues and the crime that resulted as, we had this illegal immigration crisis throughout the tenure of Joe Biden's presidency. So Donald Trump called it out day one when he announced his run for president. You're right. They have distorted it completely. And again, if you look back 12, 15 years ago, a lot of prominent Democrats were saying exactly what Donald Trump is today. Isn't it incredible how they've tried to flip the script?
It is incredible. I mean, they've completely flipped from the 90s or later than that. It's quite disgusting the way Democrats are manipulating the story, lying to young people in the education system about the true history of America, the true problems that Democrats have brought in this country. Leave a comment below to talk if you have something to add about the horrible things Democrats have done throughout history to wide swaths of people. But anyways, like and share. I really appreciate it. Any comments are also appreciated. Thank you.